Derek Edwards here at the Blue Crab Stadium for the SpartaCon, and I am here with Stephen Dunlevy.
Yes, that's correct, yep.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us. All right.
Absolutely.
So tell us how exciting it was for you to be a part of such an amazing show like Spartacus.
I love coming down to the events. I mean, Spartacus is an amazing show. It's an amazing year in my life. I was so lucky. I started off as a stunt guy. As part, I was only meant to be part of 1 or 2 episodes.
Right.
And it snowballed when they realized they wrote the character the Egyptian and they were looking for someone. And I was lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time. And that's all it comes down to, really. And it changed my life. It was one of the greatest experiences I've had.
I know that role. I remember when you first got introduced into the show, just looking at you. I mean, what a menacing, just scary, terrifying character. How did it feel to try to step into that role, to be that type of person, that type of character?
It was intimidating to begin with. I was a fan of the show before and you got characters like Peter Mensah, who was Doctore, and you got Manu Bennett as Crixus, and all these amazing characters that have been on the show. And to find out that I was playing a character that had to match these guys, it was amazing. It was an honor as well, but it was such a large role to step into.
I tell you, that was one of my things. You always talk about, we look at shows and you see the foreshadowing, what may come. And when you had that first fight scene with Doctore, and then you got the best of him, and I said, oh my God, he's going to be the one that kills Doctore. So for a little while, I was a little angry with you, but he was one of my favorite characters. But your character was also so very powerful and one of the fan favorites also. How have you dealt with talking to some of the people that like the fanfare that the Egyptian character has had?
Well, I mean, without the fans, like the shows aren't there or anything, so I love like any interaction. There's guys on Twitter and through that being mainly a stunt guy, and normally you don't see my face. Normally I'm in the background or I'm doubling for an actor and no one knows who you are. So to be on a show like this and to have a character like that, suddenly I've gone from being behind the camera or hidden by the camera to being in front of it, and it is very different. It's been a different lifestyle. The first time I was on a red carpet, I actually try to walk around it. I didn't want it because naturally I'm actually not that kind of person.
Right?
Yeah. But it's been fun, like getting to talk to the fans of Spartacus and find out why they love to watch the show and everyone's different journeys through that. It's been amazing. It's been such a privilege to be part of it.
Right, I know. What was one of the most memorable, I guess one of the best parts of being a part of this?
Honestly, the rest of the cast. We had such a great cast. It's not always that you get an amazing cast and that everyone gels, and everyone gelled, and like Liam, who was Spartacus, and Anna and Viva and Manu, like they're all still great friends, and we all still hang out. And the friendships that have come from being on the show, they're lifelong friends. We'll be friends for life. And
I guess that's probably one of the things you'll miss most about being in the show and missing not being able to see these guys every day.
It is. Honestly, it was long hours. Like we were doing 16-hour days, and it was cold and it was wet, and you're covered in blood, and like you're literally doing.
Sounds amazing.
You're doing 16-hour fight days every day, so you're physically exhausted, and you just want to fall asleep, and then you've got to get up and do it again at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
But what brought us together was just the camaraderie on set. Everyone had a good time. No one ever complained, and it was fun to turn up to work.
All right, great. So what's next for Stephen? Where are you going to be? Where can we find you? What do we got to look forward to in the future for you?
Next for me, let me think about it. So I've just coordinated. I'm more behind the camera again these days. So I was the stunt coordinator on Rob Zombie's new movie 31, which I don't know a release date for that yet, but he's saying it's going to be one of his biggest, scariest films yet. So it's going to be got a lot of action, a lot of amazing things going on in that. I'm up in Butte, Montana at the moment, working on a movie, so I can't talk about that. And there's some big things to come. There's a couple of other movies that unfortunately through like non-disclosure agreements, I can't really talk about it, but it's definitely, there's a lot of stuff going on. So not so much in front of the camera anymore. That was amazing, and to be a stunt guy and to be part of that and to have that role. But for me, I'm more behind the camera.
I know the feeling. I love being behind the camera myself. Doing interviews and stuff is great to be able to talk to you guys, but I'm more comfortable behind the camera too. So
absolutely.
How do people get in touch with you on social media? And
through social media, I'm on Twitter. Don't ask me my hashtag. I think it's like at Stephen Dunlevy. I'm on Instagram. I think it's at Stephen Dunlevy. Don't ask me because I'm hopeless at social media.
Right,
it's one of the great things about being behind the camera. Normally you don't have to deal with it, and now being in front of the camera do.
We'll get all that information.
Absolutely. Check it out there.
Thank you for joining us. Like I said, it's great having you guys here. We definitely appreciate it. I'm a local guy, so being able to have you guys and talk to you is a great thing for our community. So thank you again for coming down and being here with us today.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. That's Stephen Dunlevy, the Egyptian from the hit series Spartacus.